A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Introduction Part 6. Association with mankind, equality and status, religious mission, leadership and government. Association with mankind. Human life is difficult to calculate, much more to analyze and examine. Below is given on a small scale a plain sketch of the social organization of mankind, just to give an idea of the general trend of Islamic teachings in this respect. A. Equality and status. Man is admitted to be a weak creature, liable to sink to the animal level, and still capable of rising to the highest rank in creation, according to his righteousness, a proper combination of knowledge and action. Wide, verse 28, chapter 4, verse 44, chapter 25, verse 179, chapter 7, verse 70, chapter 17. Surely the most honorable of you with Allah is the most righteous among you. Surely Allah is knowing, aware. Verse 13, chapter 49. In this passage, Islam, while insisting upon the inherent equality of mankind, recognizes ranks of superiority on the basis of personal accomplishments. In the code of the Qur'an, Taqwa or righteousness is the best criterion of status, and Muttaqoon or the righteous represent the higher class in Islamic culture and possess three features. Number 1, belief in the revealed truth. Number 2, association with the Supreme Being. And number 3, beneficence for mankind. Right? Verse 3, chapter 2, verse 33, chapter 39, verse 177, chapter 2. So, in view of family prestige and prosperity, the Quranic prayer is in verse 74, chapter 24. The all-round nobility and solidity of character summarized for Muttaqoon deserves study. B. Religious mission. The Quran clearly and definitely lays down rules of conduct for preachers, how they should equip themselves and how they should carry on their mission among the people of scriptures and of disbelief, as well as among the followers. Say, O Muhammad, this is my way. I call people to Allah. On the plane of insight am I and my followers too. God is above all imperfections and impurities, and I am not of those who set up partners with Him. Verse 108, chapter 12, verse 33, chapter 41, verse 109 and 103, chapter 3. The mode of preaching should be polite and considerate, based on wisdom, but the inequity of the opposite party may be duly requited. On the whole, there should be no compulsion in conversion. Verse 46, chapter 99, verse 109 and 125, chapter 6. There is no compulsion in religion. Verse 256, chapter 2. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam seems to be extremely anxious to call utmost people to Allah and to reconcile them with truth. So he has been told not to grieve and overstrain himself and to be satisfied with his success. Right? Verse 2, chapter 26, verse 8, chapter 35, verse 56 to 58, chapter 25, verse 215 to 277, chapter 26. Exaggeration, wavering, and hypocrisy should be avoided. Verse 27, chapter 5, verse 127 and 138, chapter 4. The prime belief is the oneness of God, the bedrock of Islam. Verse 116, chapter 4. Leadership and government. The Qur'an points out the character of a leader and of a ruling class which can guarantee the happiness and prosperity of mankind. The description is marvelous for its apparent simplicity and deep significance. Thus, it is by the mercy of Allah, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that you deal gently with them, and had you been stern and hard-hearted, then would have dispersed from around you and consult with them on the conduct of affairs. Verse 159, chapter 3. And those who shun the great sins and indecencies, and when they are enraged, they forgive, whose government is by counsel among themselves. Verse 37, chapter 42. It would appear from the above that a leader must be gifted with a mild dignity and a magnetic personality. He should enjoy full confidence in virtue of consultation and must possess a firm determination to execute his resolution. In the same way, a ruling class must cultivate high morals and self-possession. They should be God-fearing, initiated into spiritual culture. They should govern by counsel and follow the policy of beneficence. As to the head of government, he should not be hereditary or rich in wealth, but he should be rich in health and strength, and above all in knowledge, a sound mind in a sound body. Their prophet said to them, Allah has raised Saul to be a king over you. They said, how can he hold kingship over us while we have a greater right to kingship than he, and he has not been granted abundance of wealth? He said, He, Allah, has increased him in knowledge and physic, and Allah grants kingdom to whom He pleases, and Allah is ample giving, knowing. Verse 247, chapter 2. Kingship is not incompatible with sainthood. One need not renounce the kingdom of the earth to gain the kingdom of heaven. Perhaps just the reverse. The more one serves humanity in the hardships of life, the greater one's spiritual achievement, and what a better opportunity for service than sovereignty. The only point is to feel responsible to the Supreme Being. Verse 251, chapter 2. O David, we did indeed make thee an agent, that is ruler, on earth. So judge thou between men and men in truth and justice. Verse 26, chapter 38, verse 165, chapter 6, verse 101, chapter 12. Kings may come and kings may go, kingdoms may rise and fall, but there is the truth for all. Say, O Allah, Master of the kingdom, Thou givest sovereignty to whom Thou wilt, and Thou withdrawest sovereignty from whom Thou wilt. Thou exalted whom Thou wilt, and Thou abasest whom Thou wilt. In Thy hand is the good, Thou hast power over all things. Verse 25, chapter 3. How many countries like Russia, Germany and Italy, like Turkey, Persia and Afghanistan bear witness to the truth today, and how many seem inclined to do the same in near future.